Hi, I'm May Ohara, and this is Vindice Electric Violin, and we're here with the Google Glass, just showing you what my rig is and how I distort this kid. Alright, so, oh, look how shiny he is. Look at the twinklies. Okay, so he's a Fender electric violin, the black-bodied model. I got him, I think, in 2006, so I guess he's one of the older models, huh? He doesn't come looking like this. I decorated him a couple of years ago. But anyways, I guess if anyone's wondering my opinions of the instrument, ignoring the fact that I love him, there are a few things I guess I feel like maybe I should point out so that you know what you're getting into. First off, he is one of the cheaper models, which is great financially. And if you're going to be putting a lot of effects like I do, distortion and whatnot, then in general, he does his job pretty good. Sometimes the higher pitches, especially things played on the E string, really ring out. You can really get the lower ones lost in muddiness. When I first got him, I had trouble with the bridge falling over a lot, but I just have it tilted at an extreme, and that keeps it from falling over. So it works for me. And let's see, other things. So this is his input. I used to have trouble with this coming unscrewed, but I just periodically check on it and make sure it's tight so it doesn't fall off, because once it did, and it fell inside of him and I had to open him up. But yeah, you do have the luxury of opening him up if you have a screwdriver, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you stick this into here. Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, the only other thing I would like to mention is, oh, here's a case that he comes in. It's got Fender written on it. But the only other thing I want to point out is that, so I have had him for 6 years. I've maybe only been playing him actively for 3 or 4 years, I guess, yeah. But this is the shoulder rest that comes with it. You can't really use a normal shoulder rest, but he has these holes in him, and these knobs go into the holes. But mine broke, and it's irreparable as far as I'm aware, because this metal part is actually what snapped, completely snapped in half. Maybe if I tried really hard I could find a replacement, but my initial eBay searches were a failure. So yeah, but I've just been learning how to play without a shoulder rest, which I guess is sort of like a, what do you call that, a blessing in disguise or whatnot. Yeah, so moving on to what I do to him to make him sound cool. Alright, so I started off with a Digitech guitar processor, which is a great way to start off, but now I work with something called Guitar Rig, which is in fact software. So this is the software end of it, and it comes with this, which is the hardware. It looks just like a basic pedal or multiprocessor. It's got different things you can stomp on and do stuff with. Well, on the software end is where all the cool stuff happens. So first off, as someone who uses the violin both live and in recordings, it's the great thing that I love most about Guitar Rig is that you actually can record into it. So it has a pre-tape deck, so this is you can record just what's coming from your violin, and then it has a post-tape deck where it records the violin sounds as it is processed with everything that you've put onto it. And if you sync the decks, so if this button is yellow, then you can actually record into both the pre and the post at the same time, which is really good so that you can get a track with effects, but you can always have your clean track for putting back in through here and processing many times with different effects. So yeah, you can record into it, or you can also just open up a file of something you recorded and process it and record it into there, into the post deck. So that's super helpful. Makes me happy. And it comes with a metronome, and somewhere there's a, I don't think I have the tuner on right now. tuner. There's a tuner. So you can make these guys disappear by these little buttons up here. Go away. Go away. Yeah, so right now I have something I put together called Super Crystal Space. Let's open that up. So when you open it, it opens the selection of processing effects that you've put onto it, which are called components over here. So you click onto components. And here you can see the different things you can put into here. And you really just click and drag and it'll let you put it in there. Of course, you've got reverbs, delays, EQ, distortion. Of course, you need that if you're going to be distorting your violin like I do. But yeah, it's got plenty of things to play with, pitch stuff, modulators, etc. Alright, so right now I'm in the effects group, category, whatever. You can also make your own group. Here I have a Ohara one. It's kind of empty right now, ignore that. But I'm going to play with the effects group so that I can show you a couple things. So first I'm choosing crystalline. And I'm going to switch to live mode now. And here you see all of the different effects that are in the effects group. So all the different presets are listed here that are in the group. If I were in the Ohara one, you would see the presets that I had put into that group. And what's great about that is using these two buttons, you can scroll through them. So you see it says number 1. Now it's number 2. Back to number 1. So I'm gonna play with crystalline, and here it tells you what those buttons do. So again, changing in the presets, and then tuner, metronome, tap. Down here, you see some of the preset components like reverb, and this one has 2 delays on it. And the screamer, I believe, is a distortion. It's lit, so that says screamer is on. These ones are not lit because this is to mute them. So I'm going to show you me playing with it, how it is now, and then I'm going to play around with these buttons. So now I'm going to turn off, or I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute one of the delays. Let's see what that sounds like. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions or suggestions for a video that you want me to do, then let me know in the comments, or you can message me. And if you want to learn more about me or my music or Vintage or whatever, you can check me out at, what's this? Ohara.com. That's me, and that's Vintage. And you can check us out at Ohara.com.